Oi, oi. Welcome back to Flat Earth British channel. Marticus here. Today, Marticus do wink. I was going to put winkle. I thought I'd put wink. Hope everybody is groovy and hope everybody can hear me. Irene. So that's pretty fantastic. Well, we're on for a treat tonight. We're going to have a good time and our minds blown. That's what we're doing tonight. Are we there yet? Not quite, Matt Crane. Not quite, but we're getting there. So I hope all of you are groovy. And if you're not, well, the rest of us will just be groovy for you. So, yes, that's right. Do wink or do winkle or do winky. I was going to say. I thought, nah, I don't lower the tone before we can get started. So, yeah, well, what a time, man. I tell you what, last week blew my mind on the architecture and some of the evidence for what I'm going to propose tonight. Now, to me, guys, you know, I've been talking about plasma reset for the longest time now, and I think I can track two separate plasma apocalypse events, one further back. So to my recollection, the giant trees are a thing, okay, guys? Now, some of the evidence that I've seen, like until I seen Edinburgh Castle, you know, this far away out of the train window, right by there, yeah, until that moment, yeah, I knew that that was a tree. At some stage, they say it was, you know, an official narrative. It's an extinct volcano. A volcano in fucking Scotland. It's just so silly. There's no volcanoes in Britain. We don't do volcanoes. So it's not that, but it definitely looks like the stump of a tree. And then if you look across the landscape, a lot of these features, they're either, to me, to my mind, you know, they're either a man-made pyramid, in a lot of cases, the mounds and pyramids. And I think that a lot of these castles and forts are put on specific nodal points, which are previously trees, large trees. So the word for the large trees, it doesn't exist anymore, guys. Where is it? Anybody? Did the giants build ships with it and fuck off with that big wood? Maybe. Well, it's not there, is it? But what we are left with is the stumps. Some are raggedy, some are cut, aren't they? Yeah. Could it be that the definite plasma apocalypse that melted the realm when the air caught fire back in the past and fused stone into glass, which I'm going to show you evidence for right now, okay? And that apocalypse was hot enough to bubble stone on turn stone into glass? Was it hot enough to incinerate a large tree, leaving just a stump or some stumps? Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I think that actually, to my mind, makes a lot of sense, guys, as to the mystery of where does all the wood go and all the giant trees. And we've had a plasma apocalypse. It's safe to presume that's where the trees went. And a lot of people think there's another plasma apocalypse coming down the line, and just coincidentally, Britain is melting. But at first I was afraid, I was petrified, but I will survive. There's loads of songs that tell you about the plasma reset. Definitely Under Pressure, The Terrifying Truth, Let Me Out. Whew, let me out alive. So I'm going to show and offer in this video, guys, inspired by what I've seen on the weekend by Stellium 7, Mike Wilkinson, Wilksy, yeah, put on the best presentation last weekend at the Solstice Convention, which I attended, which was in Scotland, which is absolutely fantastic. Who knew? So that's my newfound love, is the land of Scotland. I absolutely love the place, but oh my God, it's a different world. And just the most fantastic architecture. We're going to share all that with you. But what I learned and what I discovered through that channel, and then seeing it later on with thine own eyes, it was like, oh yeah. And lots of evidence this week as well by going down this road of inquiry. And meltology is a really interesting subject. And I definitely think from the evidence I showed tonight, and John Levy 2 weeks ago posted a meltology video, blew my mind. And I'm not even in the blown of the mind camp, but he definitely did shudder something there. Had a few truth bumps. So I'm thinking we're gonna go and have a look at that. So hope all you're groovy. Are you? So, yeah, in Britain, they're like, wow, it's hot. They moan about the weather, bleeding constantly. Yeah, I quite love it. I don't even really care about all that. I love it. Hotter the bleeding, better for me. So, yeah, if it is heating up, which probably is anyway, because it's a natural cycle and it does that, guys. Yeah. So, to me, it's summer. Summer's flipping hot. And that's the end of it. Okay. They just market like they marketed the common cold. Yeah. Now they're marketing the heat waves. It's like, oh, yeah, red, extreme. Everybody's going to die. And they're like, oh, I can't breathe in this fucking weather. Yeah. You guys just got predictably programmed into the radio. Anyway, we rise above all that. We don't do that. So, yeah, lots to talk about in this. Now, on the weekend in Scotland, everybody up there was fantastic, but they were like, Martin, when are you going to do a Flat Earth British Festival? Or somewhere along those lines, because everyone's thinking, because I got bands, I got all sorts of like groovy time infrastructure there to put in place. So I really do want to do something big for the community. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Get us all in a field somewhere. Yeah. Out of the way of fucking bus bastards, because I'm so done with the bus bastards. I'm sorry. I am trying. Look at me. Look at my face. Yeah, I'm trying. So it's not easy. Anyone who's going to invent a flat earth frisbee, there will be a competition held on you. The best flat earth frisbeer will have his flat earth frisbee shouted on you and sold and stuff. But get a flat earth, somebody do an azimuthal or really groovy, because I haven't got a frisbee personally, and I really love frisbeeing. So flat earth frisbee, really, really, really groovy. If anyone's got any ideas for one of them, just checking it out there. So yeah, let's give it a few of you shouts. Welcome all. It's been good. It's been like 10 days, but like I said, I've been traveling over yonder. So Jackie's in the house. Hiya, sweetness. Is it hot where you are? Yeah, fuck it, innit? It's whatever. A little bit of bleeding sun and he'll go crying. He needs tampons, they do. Fucking, it's their time of the month. Because they're pussies. Mental case, boomerang. Oh, yeah, I got a boomerang in the room. I'm not very good with that mental case. They keep coming back and getting me. Is that probably the idea anyway? You know. But I'm a really good catcher. Murray Building. In MCO, yeah, no, Brian Lambert, RIP, but he's probably not though, is he, Murray? He's just probably fucked off with the lolly, unless you can show me any evidence that he's actually dead. But in my defense, I was banging on about plasma apocalypse, and I can actually prove this beyond a shadow of a doubt when he was pumping yellows and not even going like that with the internet. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm just saying. Jackie was here. She can verify all this is true. She was here back then in them halcyon days of Flat Earth British. But that channel is being deleted. But I have literally saved every single video. Conveniently. Ryan, good to see you, my man. Mad Skills in the house. Chunk of cupboard cut around. Stop giving hacks away. No, you give hacks away. Okay, so yeah, I didn't practice because basically Welsh is just like Scottish, and like all I had to do was talk in Welsh, and everyone was like Welsh accent, and everyone was like, "We love you." So it was like that. Lizzie Pip, hi to you, lovely. Scott is in the house. Good to see you, my friend, and I hope we're all having a fluffy, groovy time. I'm gonna have a good time tonight, anyway. Whatever, guys. I'm gonna show some really good stuff. I did. Not so bad today, Martin, says Jackie. 38. It's about 35 in my bedroom at the moment. It's frigging boiling, but I'm not bothered. I'm not moaning. I could have done a post earlier this week, but the sweat dripping in your eyes sort of pulls it off, really. Jojo, good to see you. Courage, my friends. It takes courage. Benny's in the house. Good to see you, Benny Riley. Much love to you, my friend. We love you. I had a frisbee dog. Oh, dogs are wicked at frisbees, aren't they, Max? Love that. Love a dog doing frisbees. I'm all sad now because I've got a dog. You did that to me. Bob Sykes, I ain't half hot, man. I love that program. Okay. So, Hippie Shake's in the house. She was first in the chat today because she's so awesome. which is big time flat earth, wiggly flat feminist. Plain spoken Jane. Good to see you. So yeah, it's a bit late in the day to be shilling for Lambert, don't you think? Anyway, you know, because he's not even around anymore. I'm just saying, you know. There's lots of people talk about plasma apocalypse, as you know, but I have talked about it for years. And I got a book in the room called The Holy Grail of Our Flat Earth by Martin Liedtke. Guess what it's about? King Shin, good to see you. Oh, yeah. Mr. Razda's in the house. We love you, Mr. Razda. Sun and the moon making rounds. Isn't that a big... oh, yeah, it is. Frisbee is. I know. It is. It is exactly that, my friend. It's supposed to be a big full moon tonight or something. I don't know. Kathy Broughton's in the house, bringing down the love and the vibration into the Flat Earth British experience. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, of course you do, because I just said, didn't I? So, yeah, I'll be running my mind through crazy Flat Earth British fantasies along the way, which I'm sure you'll endlessly enjoy, as you usually do. Join me in my crazy land. What's that? Christina, good to see you. Morgan's in the house, good to see you, my friend. Sending love to all the gang, man. Yeah, man. You're half Welsh, are you? Fuck, yeah. Bro, you're my bestie right now. Just laying down the Welsh card, yeah? I had purple cloud lightning experience. So, yeah, the purple lightning experience, it's been talked about in many songs. I know the bands like the White Stripes like to go on about it quite a bit, I've noticed. Give you some details into the whole ceremony or whatever it is that they do. Also Black Sabbath, lots of Black Sabbath songs tell you all about it as well. So contemporary music certainly tells us there's a plasma apocalypse. The evidence on the ground certainly shows us there's a plasma apocalypse, and some of the evidence I've looked at this week has been very, very convincing, especially with the presentation by Stellium 7 Mike this week. It was like, wow, wowsville. So, Mag Valley's in the house. Good to see you. Martin is back. Yes, I would have been back earlier, but it's been bleeding terribly hot. So, I just figured everybody would be not really in. And, you know, like I said, I was a sweaty Betty. So, there's Mike in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Let me give you a fucking... a rancheroonie, Cobber, for Mike Wilkies. He's in the house somewhere over there. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing, yo. And I'm going to show you these images right now. I can't see Mike. Fucking hell. Thing is, this one here is on a different timing to that one there. But we'll get there. My internet is spotty today. Jane, everyone's is spotty. It's because it's been really weird lately. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go and watch his channel. Link it up, Hippie Shake, Stellium 7. Do that for me. And I'll give you some instruction for other channels a bit later. So Armageddon time. Yeah, man. Wicked. Chunky lightning, that's what. Yeah, we're all aware of the Electric Universe channel, aren't we, in principles? Although they deal with, you know, things to do with heliocentrism. So but the Manuel Velosowski's Will Collide thing, you know, I was on board with when I was a teenager. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, this place definitely gets melted. Here I am, like, a lifetime later. And I'm like, well, yeah. So is that. Okay, yes, I'm doing today, or do Winky, or Winkle, whatever, Sucha. And Jackal's in the house. Yeah, Wi-Fi's being shitty. Don't worry about it. It won't be long before they just fucking gaslighting us and cutting us off and stuff. The internet used to be really brilliant. I used to absolutely love it. Still, there are some. We just keep this going, yeah. Keep it groovy. Keep the internet alive. Perfectly imperfect. Good to see you, sweetness. Yeah, show your support. Give Matt some love, yo. So, yeah, Mike Wilkes in the house. I will stick a spanner on you, my friend. Yeah, it's not a spanner anymore, is it? It's something else now, is it? Oh, did they make it back to us? Oh, no, it's a blue shield. Oh, fucking hell. Good job it's not a red one. Rumor has it that the angels remove the trees. Is that 2J tree? You know, because they're a troublesome lot, them angels, aren't they, you know? So yeah, you never know. With big angelic axes or with laser beam eyes, because that's what I do. I would laser beam him. I got a brown. I put in the washing. I've done mine, Jackie. It's done and dusted. Lovely. Yeah, man. It's against the law to do washing on a Sunday, as you know, by a British bylaw, but everyone does it. Or beat your carpets on a Sunday is against the law in Britain, apparently. So, yeah, but they don't like enforce it because it's an old British bylaw that they didn't bother enforcing. Giant mushrooms. Now you're talking, Ely Soft. I'm from Ely Softy. You know I'm from Ely. I'm in Ely right now. How much of a weirdness is that? And giant mushrooms, not trees. They were, well, we'll have a look. They were definitely trees. I don't think that because of the capillaries that are in, Devil's Mountain or Devil's Mound, or whatever it is. Definitely, it looks like a tree. So it is a tree, isn't it? Occam Fraser, man. And plus, I don't believe anything that they say anyway. So there's that. They can know summer, Cappadocia. We'll have a look at them very shortly when I show images. Are definitely big shroom age, Jojo. But yeah, that there was definitely things existing called trees. So, and they were around, which we're going to have a look at. So yeah, so I'm definitely highly influenced today by the work of, there he is, Stadium 7. Yes, mushrooms too, he's saying. Which was amazing. In fact, all the presentations on the weekend were amazing. If anybody had a chance to see them, people didn't want to see didn't see my images, so that's groovy. Because if you come and watch me on a convention, you can see them. You can see images there. They're my convention images. We need more trees, canopy, and eat. Well, listen, I got massive trees outside my flat by here, and they block the south-facing sun. If it wasn't for that, I'd be fucking char grilled. Yeah. Ooh, lovely Dawn. Dawn is in the house. Dawn is in the house. Every day and every night. Thank you, Dawn, for being here. Lots and lots of love to you. So, yeah. Martin's so lucky right now. Look at me. Oliver. Good to see you, my friend. Look at me go. A minute to win it. There's no point of advice. Fuck me. It's all gone to shit in an handbag here. Okay, so guys, I'm going to get stuck into some images. Are you in Ely Softy? Are you? Can you verify wherever you are? So yeah, Viking. Yeah, I'm an Ely Viking. Viking Hang Seng. Good to see you. I love the Amanita mascara. I've got one myself right by there. Okay. Love you too. 44, Oliver. You'll be all right, mate. Fucking hell. Put ice packs in your hat. There's loads of ways of getting around it. Go and sit in the seat. So the crows are making a bit of a din outside because the heat. Guessed them, I think. Good to see you. I am Carios as well. Okay, King Shin's in the house. Okay, well, I'm going to get stuck into doing some images is what I'm going to do. Okay, been done it. Okay. Okay, big love to you all, guys. I'm going to get stuck into the juice. There's a lot to share. I got a lot in this post, guys, and it's all going to be really juicy. So make sure to share this out. This will definitely be a shareable video, okay? And everybody just loves the big trees. Yeah, man. Big trees are where it's at, guys. That's been the fall of man, and the big trees went. Where did they go? Probably the plasma apocalypse is my reckoning. So first I'm going to show you some examples. Here you can see of buildings that have been either built into a random stone feature or that the random stone feature, which looks bubbled and all over the place, especially at the bottom, it looks a lot bubbled, is actually what was in the first place a building. And then some extreme heat. And in some of these cases, you can see the brick is still there, guys. And the brick that they were made of is being fused and melted. Now, you might think to yourself, Hang on a minute, Martin. This is a bit of a leap of the imagination. Hey, no, it's not. Because I'm going to show evidence shortly of a chain of vitrified forts that run right across Scotland, Western Scotland, and in Europe, and in England too, probably Scotland, Wales too, and Ireland. Let's not forget Ireland. Are vitrified forts. Forts turned into glass. Okay, now the official reasoning for it is a number of reasons, but it's all to do with geology. They don't want to tell you that there's actually super lightning. Makes me giggle when I say that, because trying to envision that sort of compression and pressure necessary to release that. So, but under the heat that's happening recently and some of the thunderstorms that can be triggered, it doesn't seem too much of a leap of the imagination, guys, to think that with that sort of under that pressure and compression would trigger a plasma meltdown, because this place is a circuit board. And circuit boards shut down. They burn out, actually, and then they shut down. And then they reset again, and then it's on with the show. So it's all groovy. Okay. Now, I've seen many features like this, especially when I was in the Czech Republic. I went up into the Alps with my friend Patrick, seen this building that was up on the top of a mountain, which is really ridiculous. But what they are, you can see this thing is bubbled. It's all rounded from where it's gone cold again. So there's a lot of people out there. You can see that, excuse me, that's a dress stone there that is being fused. I think there was a instant densification, that everything, you know, all of these buildings, all this plasma thing happened in a click of a finger, in an instant. It's very possible, but I'm in the camp of when the apocalypse happens, it's a chain of events, earthquakes, including volcanoes, definitely get floods in a plasma apocalypse as well. But, you know, it is the best purification method for the computer layout, is to fry it and then start over again. So what you'll find in a lot of these as well, guys, and I've seen a lot of these sort of exhibits, okay, is they got doorways going into them and cabins and caves in them, because I think that this is an old tree stump. Well, there's a tree coming out of it a bit there, isn't there? And the tunnels and all of that, as Mike explained, are capillaries from the old tree. That's what coal mines are as well. But if you look here, you can see lines. I think this is old brickwork all fused together. But definitely some formality there. Definitely see lines going on. Not that, you know, what they call sedimentary deposits, or whatever geological terms they use for how these things are built up. I just think it's ridiculous. I definitely think a lot of these cases is some of them were buildings and just completely melded. And in other cases, they put them in old trees. Some of them even look like roots of trees. And I'm thinking some of them bridges that go over canyons in like Arizona and stuff, I always think to myself, oh, they look like a bit of a root. Maybe that's what they started out as, and then densified into a tree, into like what looks like a stone bridge. Started out as excuse me. So yeah, you can see what happens. I'm not saying this one, it might be a tree, I'm not sure, but I'm just saying this building's definitely was there in the apocalypse, because all of the brickwork there, this is obviously a later chimney, is melted together, and brick, you know, melts together. I'll give you some examples along the way. So I think that's a really good evidence, you know, for the plasma apocalypse. Is definitely this building is probably goes further back into this mud flood embankment, because that's another thing that comes with vitrification, is liquefaction. I think they all come together. So yeah, bricks. So you can see that, you know, heat has hit these somewhat here from a fire maybe, but they have all melded together. And this is what you see with the forts in Scotland. Let me just show you some examples of ones around the world. This one's in India. And to me, I think this one's definitely a tree trunk, to be honest. You know, you really got me, Mike, when you were saying about the water pouring out. I've seen that before, but when you put it into the context you did, my mind was blown. I was like, yeah, because the tree roots would keep on sucking up from the water table and keep spurting them out as what natural waterfalls, what we think. But it's really capillary action in an endless cycle from the water table, from the old tree. It was like, boom, yes. So I will never look at a waterfall the same again. I won't. But yeah, wow. So this one's had some spludging effect, as you can see, and it literally looks like the stone is run, you know, like melted wax in a lot of these cases. Okay, but I think this one is probably a tree trunk. But you look at this. So it's come out, the heat, it's run, it's bubbled. And the heat there, it's still really blackened as well. You see in some cases, is it still blackened? So that's what I'm wondering about the trees. That's what I'm going to look at the evidence with you, some of them. Okay. And think, is there a possibility that the tree could actually be incinerated, leaving a fragment or the trunk? Well, in some cases, yeah, because they're fragmented, especially the ones you see in the west of America. And the mesas, well, they seem to be cut flat, don't they? Really do. And I'll show you some examples of them as well. So maybe they were just beyond repair and they were cut down. Wouldn't that cause a flood? Probably cause a flood because of all the water involved. And that could be your flood. I used to think the giant trees, if they lost all their leaves in autumn and then they all turned to mud, that would be a lot of mud. So, but I don't know anyone can doubt this. Look at this. And if you go to Nottingham, right, my friend Mel lives in Nottingham, right, the Nottingham caves are just mind-blowing. Yeah, guys, you want to see them. And they all look like this. And just cliff faces of just melted stone like this here. Soft, looked like it was really soft, and you could just grab it and like wet clay at some stage. But I guess after the apocalypse, they became, you know, some dwellings. Some of these stacks that you see, it could be the trunk of a tree, but like you just said, you know, I think more mushroom with this one, to be honest with you. But you see these all over the landscape. And this thing here, look at this. So I think it's a case for a lot of them, you know, guys. I think for, you know, the remnants we see in Petra, in that cavern, you know, these places were probably situated where they were on purpose, out of the way of floods. But definitely, if they understood the cycles of resetting this place, they're going to know about plasma apocalypse is a real thing. Yeah, they are. It's not just the sky falling in, guys. I mean, super lightning is we haven't really experienced in our lifetime, but neither have we experienced 30 degrees in the middle of the night, which we did 2 nights ago. Not in my lifetime. That's completely new in my lifetime. Not that I'm bothered because it's Texas heat. Look at this. Unfriggin' believable, isn't it? God. The world should just wake up. You know, some of the coastlines that I've seen are just buildings, you know, and some of the, you know, the old abbeys and stuff that they put on these prominence, circular prominence. I'm going to show you some examples in a minute. I definitely think circular prominence are definitely old tree trunks at this stage of the game. I really do. The cliffs themselves look like wood and stuff. I'm also going to propose something about stone circles in this that no one probably thought of. Now, there's one of these in Nottingham called the Harlock stone. And it's just a melted building. It looks exactly like that. It's just absolutely crazy. Anyone in Nottingham know the Harlock stone? Absolutely bonkers. So, yeah, obviously a lot of that is later built, but essentially, I noticed this in Krumlov Castle in the Czech Republic. The whole castle had melded into the stone. So it's like, how did they do that? Well, the whole thing bubbled up at some stage, all of this stuff, which is what we're seeing here. Meltage. So yeah, crazy geology, and you know, geologists don't really do a good job of explaining any strata like this away anyway. You know, weathering or whatever, water hitting it, whatever circumstances. To me, phew, that could be a tree trunk, or because of the red tinge, so it's high in iron. A building, a building. But it does look tree by there, doesn't it? The lines and that little bit at the top, the round bit. I'm getting tree vibes off that, you know. Getting tree vibes. So yeah. So I was told by Mike on the weekend, but the under the castle in Edinburgh, which is absolutely mind-blowing, by the way, because it is a star fort, which I was going to show you tonight on my Gallicas, you know, my Lead Van der Haar atlases. But unfortunately, I went on there yesterday to show them off to a friend, and they said, Gallica said, you're blocked. Blocked? From the library? That's where I get my Gallicas from. So, yeah, I can't get any of that anymore. So, instant fossilization, petrification. You can see these things you see in some of these Indian temples and stuff, which are unbelievable antiquity. But you can see examples here as well. Happened. Rapido. So, yeah, this looks a bit like Tintag. You'll know. I've been looking into local earthquakes. There was a big earthquake. I've been looking into old heat waves as well. They're sort of seem to be some sort of correlation between earthquakes and heat waves and mass die-offs as well, coincidentally. But then usually you need a comet to turn up. That helps with the old process, which you're going to get to in a minute, of plasma. Do you see the way that this is bent over? You know, like it's been, the layers have just gone like that. I've got loads of examples of that mind-blowing geology where stone is just putty. That's because this place had a plasma reset, heated it all up. And the air was probably on fire. So how do you survive such a thing? Well, they probably went off-world, because there's other places in here, I think, which are unaffected by that. Possibly fascist technologies and artificial, and because most of things are in this place, or everything is deliberate as a process, natural process of purification. So yeah, this is underground. You can see that there's been some heat. I don't know what heat source has hit that, but it's been an exceptional heat source. Maybe it's at the back of a kiln or an oven on a boiler or something, but you can see that it's run just like wax. So there's no denying the red brick melts. There's no denying that it changes form and then turns into more stone-like substance pretty rapidly, actually. So when I was in New Mexico, near to Meteor Crater, myself, Campbell from Autodidactive, we witnessed these big chunks of just glass tree trunks left out everywhere. And they were in shop doorways. They were just absolutely mind-blowing, beautiful too, with purples and all these different colors and hues. Really beautiful. And they said that's like happened quickly. That's happened quickly. That hasn't taken umpteen millions of years, because nothing has. So then I have proposed years ago that the comet, but I'm not really in the camp of the first millennium AD. I think there was an added 1,000 years or more, 1,200. But I am in the camp that there was a major apocalypse, maybe around 1,000 years ago, and that a comet passed over Europe and passed over northern Scotland and triggered this event, which triggered the vitrification of the Scottish forts. Okay. Or this, what I've been proposing and post in my book, is the scepter. So the Auburn scepter. Now, the scepter is a symbolic wand, and it represents sovereignty over the land. So it's like giving them weird gangsters rule over us, is this scepter. But I think it harps back to a godlike technology which causes plasma. Okay, so I think that's what's going on. So these forts in Scotland, I'll show you a map in a minute where if you're wondering where they are. So what's happened, it's got so hot, and there are loads of these forts, guys, and in England as well. I'm not sure about Wales. I haven't found any there. This got so hot that the stones, the different types of stone, have melded into one another. In some cases, turn into glass. So the same thing happens in the Sahara Desert, they say. There was glass that was collected from the Libyan desert to go on the jewels of Tutankhamun. And then other like ancient alien type people said, oh yeah, it's from nuclear blasts, yo. So they'll just won't mention that there is lightning that hits the ground and turns it into glass. And when the Sahara Desert, which was a green and pleasant land, as I explained to you many times, turned into the desert, that is what happened. It's all this same event. So yeah, I think a comet would trigger it off, that compression ignition. So yeah, I think that's along them lines too. Although I'm not sure if every case. So yeah, there's this fort on this island here. I think this is probably island, is it? Maybe Butte. We'll have a look in a minute. But you can see all of these separate examples of forts, or on that fort there, of turned to glass. There are a few videos out there on YouTube, but they're a bit like mainstreamy, so to speak. So yeah, and I've seen in Tinkins Wood near me in Cardiff, there's a megalithic stone, and I think that is a bit of wood. I do. I'll tell you when I get to sanding stones, the proof I'm going to say that I think it was a bit of wood. So yeah, look at the state of this stone after the heat had hit it. So yeah, they're not denying in the official narrative that they're vitrified, but the reasoning for why they're vitrified. Look at this machining from the ancient times. There's a nice couple of right angles there. And even, I'm not sure if that hole is machining, but that is definitely machining. The rest, bubbles, and it looks like bone or honeycomb or bone marrow. Turns into this sort of substance, this bubbly substance. I bet the bubbles were bursting. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, vitrification of stones in antiquity, Scottish hills. This one here reminds me of that one that they says is Noah's Ark in Turkey near Göbekli Tepe. It looks exactly like this one. And I bet that's more likely what the case is this that was a tree. Southern America, megalithic structures, brilliant stonework, and vitrification here. And I'm not sure, what's going on with the stones of Pumapunko or Sexy One, because I couldn't really say, but there's a technology at play. A lot of people think geopolymer, vibrational technologies will soften the stone. You just place them in perfectly, or heat and melt them by giant magnifying lenses. You can de-aggregate stone using Fresnel lenses, apparently. Oh yeah, I've seen them on the landscape, but when I seen them, I didn't recognize what they were, but now I would. I don't think Scotland's the only place with vitrified forts, but look at that. All of that matter just together with the heat. Not even a mystery, guys. Yeah, this fort as well. This is near Perth, I think. So it's not far from where I was in Dundee, which is another incredible story in itself. I'll show you some images of that in a bit, but just mind-blowing there. Yeah, so this thing's turned to glass. The whole thing's been zapped. Cosmic weapons, like plasma weapons in the past, in the battles maybe. So there it is. You can actually see that it's been fused all the way around. It's not really tree shaped though. I'll give you that, but the whole thing has been melded. So yeah, so this was in Edinburgh. Now I have the train. I can't believe that the train just goes straight past it. It's like, don't that cause instability on the stonework with the train rattling away? So I was going to show you guys that this is a star fort. It's just an unbelievable star fort, but you can see the star fort positions there, the corners. But this thing that it is on, extinct volcano, my ass, it is full of tunnels. It's full of tunnels because they're the capillaries of the tree, the roots. Also, this one in Scotland, this fort on the end of a prominence. Okay, there's a bit of sea there now, but was that always the case? To me, I think that really, really does look like a tree trunk, a stump. Now we're looking at it. So Scotland has vitrified forts from some sort of event. Let me just show you that there. There's a couple there. There's one there. This is near Dundee, where I was. And that was on that Scottish island right there. And there are examples all over Europe as well of vitrified forts. So quite a few on that one. It's really pixelated. Excuse me. Yeah, so it just gets turned to spludge. This is a nice example. Let's have a look at that. Oh my God. Wow. Is that not a face? Is that not a face? A nose, 2 eyes, and it's all melted over there. Anyone? Am I tripping out? Is that our face? It looks like a face to me. Trippy. Wow. So yeah, some of these, that's a face, all right. Wow, I can see it clearly. Melted statue, Kay. Yeah, I reckon. So Belgian, like I said, they're dotted around Europe, these examples of vitrification. So let's have a look at this one. Oh my God, look at that. Just a bead of it. It just fell off. Oh my God. How can you ever deny this when there's so much evidence? It's beyond me. Anyway, let's do research in my own time. So yeah, let's get this. It's just a second. So that spotted mottle one I've seen a lot where I live. I definitely think they're examples of this as well. Not vitrification in Wales, I'm saying. So yeah, this is an example of an engraving that was done by William Day in 1829, and he called it a vitrified fort because it is vitrified, guys. It's not even getting any out of it. These things are vitrified. Turned to glass by unbelievable heat. That is a beautiful example. Look at that. Have any of you ever seen this glass-like substance, this fusion? Because if you have, I'm not sure I have. I would like to. And the way that these stones are all melded into the others, just absolutely mind-blowing, actually. So yeah, lots of examples of these vitrified forts and vitrification. Although I'm not going with what they say, but they're not saying much at all because they don't know much. Arthur Clarke's Mysterious World. I've got that book. God, he makes up some stuff, don't he? He's not very good at it though. So yeah, so I am sort of obsessed with the architecture and what I found in this great wilderness. So there it is, apparently a volcano. Let's have a look at this. Volcano. An extinct volcano. So it's not a tree, even though when you go past it, they look like giant bits of tree trunk that has turned into stone. I just can't even believe it when I saw it. My mind was blown. So yeah, I never stopped off in Edinburgh, though I would have loved to, but I did see some of this fine architecture that is in Scotland. Absolutely mind-blowing, actually. And the water features, but I did show you these last week. And I didn't get to go to Roslin Abbey, Roslin Chapel, but we'll see what happens in the future, eh? And what I'm curious of this picture, there's just a load of old stone here and old bits of building. Something else was taken down, old world, put back up. So yeah, we're going to look into something that Steve Forrester from Space Busters, who also done an awesome presentation at the Solstice Convention, and he was talking about the Celts and the Welsh and the Scots, and he was saying that I've mentioned once or twice, that this is the actual site of Jerusalem. And I think that this is definitely, decidedly the case, because Jerusalem's got nothing going on. It's got just a dusty old hill, that thing on top. Look what they got going on. It's a massive mesa. I'll show you a map of it shortly. And I reckon, you know, this place goes infinitely deep as well. You know, the buildings are a lot bigger on the surface, but I reckon they go deep from what is an ancient mud-flooded capital. Absolutely beautiful. So there it is. So the whole thing itself is just, the train goes past here now. I think it's a tree trunk. I'll show you the map now, and so you make your own mind up about this. But I definitely think that's the case. And wouldn't it make perfect sense? Because then you've got accessibility of caves. You've got a water source as well. There's going to be water dripping everywhere down inside the caves, because they're now hollowed out capillaries from the tree. Perfect place to put a battlement or a fort. Perfect. So Edinburgh as Jerusalem. Use my images to look at this. And this is an old engraving. Look at it when it would have been. Jerusalem. So yeah, I sort of got hijacked many things. Some people think Moscow is Jerusalem. I've even heard Damascus. So not only the prominence that the castle is built on, but these prominence too. This one here and this one here look like mesas, little mesas. There's even some form to it. And I don't think it's, excuse me, natural geology. Here, side, there's a coin. So I think that they're mesas too. So I think that's the Albert Memorial. So this is not the original Dome of the Rock, okay? This is, and they show you the original. And I think that's more than likely the case because, you know, the Scots are jolly rich, aren't they? And they got everything going on. And this is like dusty, and they haven't got that much going on. I don't even know. They wear sandals and stuff. I don't even know. I've never been there. Edinburgh, Scotland is the true biblical Jerusalem. I always go as far. We got a Bethlehem here in Wales. I'm just saying. I'm done with that. So yeah, this is the plan of Edinburgh Castle looking from above. Bit of a valuable picture, I reckon. I definitely think that looks tree-like. They actually look like bark, these bits, guys, these bits. Don't they? But you can see 100% that this thing is a star fort. It's a star fort system. And that's why it was put on there in the first place. Probably utilizing the water in there. So the Table Mount and King Solomon's Palace is exactly the same distance on the 1 royal mile. Arthur's Seat to the Mount of Olives. Coincidentally, it could be another clue that that is the original biblical location. Possibly. It's an old engraving showing the castle. Can't show much on there, though. So make your own mind up anyway. We're moving on. Big trees. So somebody said in the comments that it was a bit of a psyop talking about big trees and all that. Well, I disagree. I think that it's definitely something here. I think that the evidence that just making Avatar movie after Avatar fucking movie and the clues of Hollywood and music tell us that we had big trees. And no, we're not monkey dwellers in trees like the lady suggested earlier on in comments. No, it's highly technological society. And I myself would love to live in a tree house rather than this box owned by the government myself. So I think that's where we were at in the past. Why not? If they were there, you could build these buildings on them. This is a nice fantasy illustration, but that's what I'd like to think. Then what happens? Plasma apocalypse. All of this gets torched. The only bit that survives probably, because this bit is up in the ether, so that's going to definitely get more lightning. And this bit down here is all that's left. Yeah. Look at that Antiquitex city there. The old world. Antiquitex city. Very, very nice. So, yeah. I think the world was like that. Because ancient civilization, like you got the Norse, Asgard, and the world tree, which now is a tree stump. It's dense, like quark stuff, and that is why it's so highly magnetic. Called Mount Meru. Mount Meru, I think, was the world tree, and I think it got fried in a plasma apocalypse. And I think that Mount Meru is a tree trunk. A magnetic tree trunk because it was so big and it is now so dense. Maybe. I'm thinking. Oh, well, anyway, the 9 worlds there and the different levels. You can get to and from a rainbow bridge. I'm not so keen on rainbow bridges anymore, guys. So there's I have to see. So there is the world tree and all the ice around. But beyond the ice, as you know, if there is all ice, which I very much doubt, is Club Tropicana, where the drinks are free, fun and sunshine. There's enough for everyone. Okay. Bands on the beach, margaritas in the ocean. Anyone in? You know it. So, yeah, you see a lot of these at sea. Stacks, bauxite columns, maybe. I don't think so. Because when you look at examples of lather, it looks like lather, and then it becomes apparently new land, and it looks like blobs of molasses. Never, ever does it ever end up these crazy bauxite columns. You can see some of these columns here, but trees definitely have them. The structure of this looks tree-like to me. And the center column bit is empty, as you would find in some trees. That looks like a head on there with a Pope hat, an evil eye. Looks like Skeletor. Oh no, it looks like an Egyptian, doesn't it? It might be just me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I can see that going on. Anyway, let's have a look at some more of these trees. So yeah, these mesas, you see these I think are definite good evidence for tree age, because I can't think what else. You know, they just pushed up from the ground in some great cosmological event, but the rest of the land just stayed down. Oh, just that bit, just pushed up in a great cosmological event. Okay. Not tree though, is it? No. So let's have a look at some examples of tree trunks here. These are giant prehistoric. So we got one here in Japan. That's what I'm talking about. They get raggedy on the end, and you can see like the structure of what looks like a tree. And these, that's a biggie. Look at that one. Ooh, I love that one. Egyptian. Did you see that with the mitre hat, Jackal? All right, cool. I thought that too. Okay. That one's a whopper, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. So some of them you see in the Andes and the Alps, some of them mountains have got attributations of what a tree looks like. Oh, yeah, look at that. So that looks a bit like Devil's Tower. There are a few different ones. So this is in the jungle somewhere. Skull Island, probably. But, yeah, geology can't explain that. Yeah, just come on, we're grounded there one day. We were just sitting here and there was a volcano. Where? Somewhere. So, yeah, these mesas, I've seen a lot of these in America. They blew my mind, man. I'm just like, wow, tree, everyone. But, yeah, it looks like wood, guys. But, like I said, they're literally leveled. So, can I presume that something came along, leveled it, or would the lightning cut them flush? That's the question. This one's a tree trunk. Devil's Tower looks cut flush, but the bauxite columns. See, I'd like to see its scale. I haven't seen it. I hear it's really, really big. Any of you seen it? I've not seen it. Spartacus, 9 plus 6 plus 9. Good to see you. Thank you for being here anyway. This is the real juicy one. This is a definite, isn't it? I think you showed this one, Mike, didn't you? At the height, this tree was 2.5 miles across. The tree full grown would reach 10 miles into the sky. So that would definitely be affected by the plasma apocalypse. And what's left? Tree rings. The rest is all broken off, missing. So where did the rest go? The rest is missing. It's not on the floor. So that was probably incinerated, that bit. And this is all that's left of the tree. Wow, that is amazing. That is mind-blowing, that one. That's a definite. So, yeah, that's what they do in the modern day. Deforestation's never really been a thing of mine. I don't really like it. But the lumberjacks and they're okay. They dress in women's clothes. And there's Devil's Tower. Let's have a look. So there's a lot of debris under there and stone, I presume. Rubble that's fallen off over time. And then you got that really rough, rusticy bit at the bottom, which you get on a tree. And then they winds up because the back's no longer on it, obviously. And then into the capillaries, which is exact ball-side columns, volcanicity. Wow, they must think we were both bleeding yesterday. So like I said, I'm not really down with any trees being chopped down. This guy, if the tree was to go squish like that, yeah, that would be his problem, is what I think, okay? Where you going? I'm off to chop a giant tree down today to earn some money to feed my family. It's like, fucking hell. I'd rather live on pine needles and do that. So, yeah, so the world, take a look around your room right now. There's a lot of wood going on, isn't there? The wooden doors, wooden window. Well, I don't know, wooden windows, wooden door frames, wooden table. Jim, they can't have wooden laptops, you know. I'd have a wooden laptop. Probably wouldn't work, though. Let's have a look. So, the Canadian reds are probably the only giant trees left in this place. But the existence of footprints of giant trees and a time more epic, biblically epic, because everything was just so big. And as Mike would say, Titan. I remember reading about, I actually posted a little post on about the singing cedars. I think they're in Lebanon, aren't they? I think they prove the earth's flat is what I put forward as well. But yeah, singing cedars. Yeah, it's such a shame about the old trees. So they chopped them down there. So there's a giant tree. So felling them by giants. No, I wouldn't put that down to giants because they knew the importance of these trees and changed the entire realm, didn't it? You know, the vibration and everything, consciousness, everything was affected because trees, the energy of them. Well, you only got to go walk in a woodland, guys, and the energy is they give you and you give them. Yeah, I'm a tree hugger, by the way. But imagine the energy of a giant tree. So the tree's no longer there. The energy is still underneath because this is big underground, guys. Yeah, or bigger. And they were definitely going to put buildings on top of these mesas. I would. And that's what's happened post-Armageddon, I think. And you can put them on top of these mesas and they'll be out of the next biblical flood. Because it's either Valhalla, which is water. I prefer the hot one. Plasma's groovy. Or flood. Noah's flood. But look at this. This is what their mesas look like. And this is just a tree trunk, guys. Do you see these knobbles and that? It's exactly what you get on mesas. And there's a Canadian redwood. Or San Francisco redwood. And they're just driving a carty, horse and carty through there. Huh? So cruel. And there's a car there in California on top of this big tree. I can't imagine the dimensions, but it would have been very, very, very high. What I noticed in Texas when I was there is the trees are really bleeding big. I mean, they're massive. They're quite prehistoric in themselves, if you ask me. What if, and I definitely think, again, okay, guys, this is a mic drop moment. I definitely think that these megaliths from the megalithic period, you know, when humanity woke up one day and decided to drag huge rocks to the field and then put them upright. Okay. And then dance around them certain times of the year. Any more reasoning than that? No, not really. I put it to you. Now, there's a stone circle in Butte Park called the Gorsin Stones. The Queen of England, yeah, she can't even be a queen unless she stands on these stones and gets anointed by Chief Druid, King Druid. Okay, because she's a druid, because druids are still very much a thing. And these stones, one day when I was looking at them, one of them's got like still wood. I mean, it hasn't even changed into stone completely. There was still wood. I literally did a video, although it's on my old channel, and I showed Wise Up's channel. And just give him a shout and told him about it. And he was like, holy shit, it's wood. I was like, yeah. So I know that some of these, from that evidence, guys, are wood. And I think that because a lot of these, you know, these stones are put along what they call megalithic lines. In the case of the ones in northern France, they're put into straight lines, they reckon, on a magnetic ley lines. Like that one in Karnak. And there's thousands of stones. Now, are they stones? Because would it be easier to float a wood there in a flood, or just take a wood there rather than a big chunk of stone? Well, the Priscilli blue stones on Stonehenge, which I'm going to show in a minute, they're supposed to have been like on a horse and carty through non-existent roads, 200 plus miles to Stonehenge. Okay, so this is Karnak, and put along ley lines. Did they really originally use stone megaliths? Small. The Sarsen stones that fit on top of these in Stonehenge, although I think it is a bit of a psyop. I'm agreeing with other people that it's a modern type of Disneyland for antiquity, isn't it? It's to tell how stupid everybody was in the past. We only know anything now in the Victorian era. We didn't know anything else before, because that was the brag. It's the whole world just got invented. Very strange shape on some of these megalithic stones as well. And I think Tinkin's wood, which is this apparent burial chamber, which makes fuck all sense to me, guys, really. I don't think that any of them are burial chambers. Started out as wood. So the Ogham alphabet, Og, as you know, is a giant. Ogham alphabet is scratched into these stones, but I've got an actual catalogue of examples of Scottish megaliths covered in this type of alphabet, the Ogham alphabet. So I noticed that a lot of stone circles are just that. They are stone circles. Could it be that the stone circles are put on the footprint of a giant tree that is no longer there, so that they can access the energy of the giant tree that once stood there? Does that not make any sense? Because it makes perfect sense to me. I bet if you walked over Stonehenge with a divining rod, it'd go bonkers. There's definitely water under that. And there's definitely a tunnel, because you can drive a car through it. So there's tunnels under it too, same as there is in Glastonbury Tor. So yeah, they're strange phallic-y looking obelisks. And I think that one is definitely in Delphi. So yeah, I definitely think that it's a psyop of the megalithic period as well, because they just want to put long, you know, it's all stars. They're really, really a long way away, and antiquity is really, really long way away. And the megalithic period, when we woke up one day and did that, makes zero sense, actually. Oh, it's an astrological calendar. Oh, is that it? Is it they just went there once a year to know what time of year it was? Fucking hell. So yeah, you can see machining on top of the Sarsen stones there, the line. And this is in the 1950s, but they also tarted it up, I think it was in like 1911, just before the First World War as well. But there are images of it by Old English artists. I think Turner did one in the 1700s, and you could see, or early 1800s, and you can see the thing is just a ruin. It's still there. But look at that hole in there. I wonder what that hole was for. Pouring it? I don't know. But yeah, I get in the feeling of wood now. That's what I'm getting. I have them dragging stones. Bits of petrified tree, which was there already. Yeah, I like this hypothesis. It's definitely growing on me the more I think about it, guys. So, some other examples of this fused, I think this is being cooked, stone. Oh, that's a really weird shape, that one there, isn't it? They all are, actually. And there's henge. Wow, isn't it super duper rubbish? It even looks heated by there, look. Wow, it really, really looks heated by there, doesn't it? It's even cracked because it didn't happen too long ago. Wow, guys. How can people just overlook this because no one's looking? Inspector Gadget. That's what I feel like. Inspector Gadget right now. I feel like Batfink. My wings are like a shield of steel. That's what I feel like right now. Ooh. That one's Nineveh. That's in the Middle East. That place is totally fused as well, a lot of it. Look at this. Bits of old building. It looks like a face that's cracked into. Oh, there's a copper guards in, a policeman guards in Stonehenge, so nobody like pinches a giant sarsen stone, which nobody did ever. Strange, these circular stones. I haven't really noticed them before. These columns. Wonder where they are in the modern day. So yeah, tart it up like they did with all the Egyptian stuff, like Karnak. Sorry, I'm just trying to imagine what technology this would actually be. You stick your head in there. Maybe the rest of it is missing. Maybe it was like a CT scan of the day. I think them CT scans are properly dangerous, you know, guys. Thinking if you just, they put you through there, it's like, oh yeah, fucking hell. You were all right before you went in, but now you're fucked. Like, what? Check this out, Nineveh. This is supposed to be like from the biblical era, and it's still there. Oh, entropy's taken a lot. It's toll on that building, but can imagine it in its heyday. That tower, that twisty Babylon tower inside. Fantastic. Ooh. What you think? Chunk of trees. The plane of inertia. I couldn't agree more. Weasel. Couldn't agree more. So yeah, there are plenty of these, and they make no sense to me. The dolmens and the burial chambers of Europe and Britain. And like I said, I got 2 miles away from me, St. Lythams and Tinkinswood. And Tinkinswood's apparently thousands of years older than Stonehenge. One of the oldest and second biggest Neolithic stone in Europe, 2 miles away. And I went there with my friend Mel. This thing looked like wood, bubbled as well in some parts, like heat had been on it. But yeah, wow. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking this week after all of the stuff I've looked at. I feel confident to talk about that. I feel there's definitely something there. Is what I feel. Look at these weird stacks. I wonder what geology would explain. To me, could they be tree trunks? Wow, I don't even know. Good, guys, look at them. Or chimney stacks from an old place. So yeah, that Carnack's a weird site in France, isn't it? They're magnetic stones, some of them as well, aren't they? So they say. So is that compressed tree again? A dolmen in a crozon. Yeah. So what's the point of them? They're just really stupid, aren't they? A stone resting on 2 other stones. They say that there's like maybe dead people in them, some of them, or a dwelling. Makes no sense. So yeah, I'm thinking stone circles put on the existence of the old trees. They knew it. I think all of this happened in the recent past. That's the stone. This is Tinkin's wood. I did take photographs. This thing here, it's the biggest stone, second biggest stone in Europe, Neolithic stone. They've propped it up with a man-made pier, but the thing is just melted, I think. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Comments about all my proposals, my hypothesis for today. Well, let's have a look at this. What's she saying? Okay, that looks like maybe a statue of some sort. I don't know. And then columns. It looks like it's in a hot country. Don't know where exactly. Whoa! That's in megalitha. Don't look real. Be so careful now, haven't you? Dave's VI. So yeah. And that's that thing we were looking at. That guy was laying in. Very unusual, that stone circle thing. So yeah, like I said, I got catalogues of megaliths. I was going to show you one, but I thought, well, no, you might not be into looking at pictures of megaliths as much as I am. So this, these, I got the whole book of these, and they're evidence of the Phoenicians in Britain. This one's in Ireland. Apparently, these mounds are all over America as well. Apparently, you know, burying people inside them. I think that they're just pyramids, or possibly tree trunks. That one there, that's in France. What is the point? How did they get it up there? I know it's a bit of a personal question, but how did they get it up? The size of it, it's just balancing there. It's the table of merchants. What were the merchants? Giants, were they? That was their dinner table. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it, all of it? And this is a scarab braid. This is in Scotland, northern Scotland. This is a fort or a village that is all down below ground level. And it's apparently ancient scarab braid. That's not a tree. Wow. Yeah, this is a sufficiently mind-blowing post tonight, I think. That's what buzz I'm getting. Wow, what are they? They were properly melted buildings. Is that a statue? Wow. Yeah, that's a piece of crap, that is. Stonehenge. Not happy with Stonehenge this lifetime after the things I've seen going on there. England, that's Stonehenge. You got one in the Mediterranean, looks just like it. Montana's got a bit of a henge vibe going on, and Turkey, but I really, Göbekli Tepe gives me psyop vibes. Don't know, spidey senses start tingling with that thing, that narrative, I'm afraid. And then you're like, you know, Asian Daniels banging on about it. Graham Hancock and the rest. That's when it all loses credibility as like a credible story. What am I looking at? Yeah, I love these dolmen villages. So I'm in a camp of there being another realm of fairies, and all my friends, I noticed a lot of my friends are little elfling creatures, but I'm king of the elves in the other realm, and that all spills out into this realm. So I've got a lot of pixie and elf friends, little magical fairy beings. My friends, I've noticed, are little magical elves. So there it is. It's massive. This Tinkinswood sanding stone. There was some sort of remnants of a building that was here. That could have even been a wall at some stage, maybe. But just out in a field like that is so big. Makes no sense. It's a man or beast. The official story makes no sense. Ever. There she lives in Ella. She does her laundry in there. That's why she's immaculately turns out. She does her starching and her ironing all in a little dolmen. In Finisterre. Whatever. So yeah, I'm getting wood vibes now, okay, guys, because I definitely found wood in one of the ones in town. I'm going to go back there and show you. This is it. So this is the Gorsin stones. Now they are important because the Queen got a stand on this stone. It's where I go for a spliff in town, and then she stands on there, and the druid does like, you know, voodoo shit on her, and she's like, "Yes, boss," and he's like, "Do it, yo. You know who's in charge, yeah?" And she does it. That could be on the existence of an old tree. There's a couple of stone circles near here, though. So this one here, I showed wise up, had a big chunk of wood in it. Hadn't even completely changed. So I definitely can't wait to show you that. Fucking hippies. Crosses of Kirk Braden. Oh, I love a good Celtic cross. Being Welsh myself, you know what I'm saying? Well, of course you do, I just said. Anyway, let's move on. I need a drink. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to share some. I'm just going to come back for a second because I really do need a drink, and I don't know if I'm even here. All right, 386 of you watching. Welcome. Good to see you today. I'm having a lovely strawberry milkshake. God, it's hot. Anyway, just give a few of you shoutages now. Funky Prepper, that. What's going on, my bro? Yeah, Avebury is. I got a picture of Avebury. I definitely think Avebury. Some of them stones look tree-like. Honestly, I'm going to go there. I'm going to have to go there. Avebury, I haven't been to for years, and actually, I haven't even walked around there. Just had to drive around it because it was like really bad weather. So much love to you. It's Funky Prepper. It's bringing the love and the vibes. Amber. Here we go. So yeah, sub to Funky Prepper, guys. He's there in the chat. Here we go. Why are angels being on post office? I'm just wondering. Well, we'll look at them because obviously Scotland is a really important country. 33 degrees, Gap. Illuminati confirmed, bro. See, we didn't have 33 here. We had 34. Sure. Jackie, she's giving loads going on. Oh, I'm going to have to go to Aysbury now, Jack. I'm going to have to go and do that. I'm going to get boots on the ground, man. I'm literally hooked on this subject, and I want to just see it all. Really excited to do so as well when I see it. I'm like a right little kid. My heart starts pounding. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, man, with this subject, guys. It's just so massive, unbelievable. Melisan, good to see you. Jolly Man's in the house as well. Due to Earth rotating. I know it's Steve Spacebusters was on about like the Masonic compass, and the Masonic compass is set at 23.4 degrees, which coincidentally is also what they say the tilt of Earth is, its actual rotation, and it equates to 666. So just saying, not that that's bad, maybe, don't know. It's all fucking ass backwards, isn't it? It's all in the mirror. Everything you think is the reverse. It's really weird. So Max, what you doing? My clan Maxwell. Oh yeah, you make beautiful cassette tapes. Are in the lowlands. Oh, did you not get wiped out in the genocide? Yeah, am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Probably not. But it did happen because you read about it in the history books. That's okay. Amber. See, my mother's grandmother was Catherine Campbell, and she was Scottish, so I got Scottish blood in me. And she lived in Newcastle. Apparently, she was the leader of the Campbell clan, and I let this slide to another Scotsman, and it was like, "You're a fucking Campbell." It's like, no, bro, I'm a Leaker. My great grandmother was Campbell, So apparently, through association, fucking hell, I was close. Glad I wasn't English, probably mean right shit. The official stories to me are just ridiculous. Amber, they are so silly. I think what we're unraveling here on all these subjects makes a million times more sense. It's just rational thinking. Yeah. And all you got to do is let go of your preconceived notions of bullshit. Brilliant. Great spoken, Jane. We go to school to learn. So I couldn't do school. And funnily enough now, I lecture like a teacher with everybody in the classroom, and they put their hands up to ask me questions. How did that even happen? You don't have to put your hands up to ask Marticus a question. Just saying. That's right, Claire. Lovely. Yeah, man. Yes, it's a bag of balls. It is, Funk Prepper. What? Crystal Radio says, Steve in the house. Okay, we're going to get back into the images. Could you please share this video? I like it. It is a Flat Day, which is literally an historical occasion. What happens here tonight will determine the future of humanity forever. And you are here to witness it. How do you feel about that? Okay. Maybe I'm just more overzealous than you are. Cindy, good to see you. I'm more excited about it. Because you're not seeing the bigger picture. Some of you are. Luke Capone, love your work. Love your work, Capone. Al Capone's guns don't argue. Giants, definitely we are, honey. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, I got to watch that film again. I haven't seen it for years. Rick Moranis in it. It's a really good film, that is, actually. Fascinating stuff. Okay, we got loads more to go. So do buckle in. I got images of the day. We're going to look at some more antiquity and some more groovy stuff along the way. Okay. And I'm going to Liverpool in October on my birthday. I'm going to do the Beatles tour, and I'm doing a convention or a talk there myself and Professor Steve Young. Steve Young's going to be there too as well. I know there's going to be other speakers. I'll give you a shout as soon as the flyers and shit turn up. It's going to be good. It's going to be groovy. Plus, it's one of my all-time favorite cities in the world. I don't think you can actually beat Liverpool for all of it. Architecture, people, everything. It's amazing. Well, wow. I like the megalithic spots on the ramparts of trees. Also, since there are ley lines, what if those are really underground root systems? Yeah, I had a lady, Jenny. She was in tears when she found out that coal mines were actually old giant tree capillaries gone extinct and fossilized or turned into coal. It's like, yeah, they are trees. Yeah, because they were fucking big trees. The roots were a mile tall. Can we meet up, Martin, and follow you for years? Yeah, probably. I'm looking to do a big meetup. I'm looking to do an actual... I got a video. I'll share them in a little bit of it. Where I go, I got this camping field. I'm going to have to ask the owner if it's all right to do a festival. Ooh, Santa Fe. I want to go Santa Fe. Where? Again. Because everyone in Scotland was asking me, and everyone's asking me all the time, Marticus, can you please do something? Which I can. Like I said, I have the instructor. And what I need to do is find the land. So this place where I go camping with my friends is really fucking brilliant for a festival. Speakers, band, need generators for electricity, techno tent, presentation tent, for doing presentations, and all that, like a proper festival. Like Beautiful Sounds this weekend, who, by the way, I don't think they like flat earthers, yeah? And to be honest, yeah, I could put fucking much better on than them. No, I could, because I look after my people where they don't. There's a big difference. 16 Alpha. Jay. 82. Oh, I can't pronounce that, but I love Santa Fe so much. Makes me feel all groovy inside and everything. It's lush. Okay, let's get back into you. Want to see more images? This is what we do on a flat day generally. There's Crafty Kim in the house. I'll see you. Okay, fuck it. Sorry, I swear, but I am Marticus, which means Marty, and I cuss. Marticus. Have I always been Marticus? In this realm, I don't know, because before I used to be Martin. I never liked it really. Martin, I like it. I like Marticus. Marticus definitely suits me. It's like a guru name. Ow! Something's biting me. Anyway, let's get back into the images and stop talking bollocks, shall we? Flat day. I love flat days. It's like going out without going out, isn't it? Okay, so vitrified thoughts we're done with. So yeah, my friend Nicola, who was with me, taking photographs, because she can take photographs, I can't. But let's just so before we came back on the train, which is 9.5 hours, which is a long further to get to Scotland than it actually took to fly to Dallas. It's not crazy far away, like another world. But they got it going on. So I've looked into the history of Dundee. You know, they tried to literally knock a lot of these buildings down. There's street after street of 4-story 17th century apparently tenement blocks, like really super old tenements. But so these are plaques on the floor dedicated to Scottish pop stars. Average White Band was there just to do a name drop, and this nice gentleman took his day out to go and show appreciation for dead music stars. There you are. There's one there from the Average White Band. I don't know any of the rest, like literally. Dougal McIntosh from Wishbone Ash. No, I like Wishbone Ash. I do know them. So yeah, very impressive architecture. Like I said, the Antiquitech is still on a lot of the buildings. For the size of the city, the infrastructure was big. The buildings were big for such a small city, just bonkers. So I think it must have been a lot bigger years ago. This building, and if they did have new builds in Dundee, they copied the old style of architecture, which was really good, meaning skyscrapers were done in red brick and stuff, or high rise, which I really dug. So yeah, church on every corner, no homeless people. Well, they say that it's crack central. Fucking hell, it isn't. Let me tell you, it isn't. This place was pucker. There was none of that vandalism everywhere or anywhere. Everything was open. Everything was clean. The pavements were really wide, so you didn't have to be near any bus bastards or anything. Not that Scotland has bus bastards. I'm just saying. They had churches on every corner, and I even seen a gentleman out on the street scrubbing the street with a scrubbing brush and water because there was all boo poo on it. Now, when I grew up, all the women did that. They went out with a scrubbing brush and scrubbed the streets down together. They don't do it anymore because they're all smelly fuckers. Oh, world's turned scruffy. I want it back. When I was doing my government manifesto for the Down to Earth party, I was writing the manifesto and I was saying that I wanted clean streets. And I looked out the window and there was a street sweeper went past. 9:30 though, at night when they don't even go. So yeah, a Greco-Romano civic building, quite impressive. Bet that's a lot bigger underground. So yeah, the weather was extraordinarily crap the first day. Here's Queen Victoria. She got a hand grenade under her. Oh no, it's a traffic cone. So there's only a number of things you can do with a traffic cone. If you had two, you can do Madonna's titties. If you have one, you can put them on Queen Victoria's head, or you can. I can think of loads of things you can do with a traffic cone. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Just me. So yeah, not many people around either. We talked literally because we're from Wales. Everyone we talked to us back. Really lovely and friendly. You know, if you try that shit in London, it's like, "Hi mate, how's it going?" But like, "Don't even look at me, you fucking weirdo." You'd be nearly in a fight, yeah. But because you're from Wales, you want to hug everybody and say hi to everybody. It goes down really well in Scotland. They love that stuff. Fuck yeah, because they're the same. Because the Celts. Or friendly like, but don't fuck with us. That's the thing. Same as Scots. First World War, Second World War, who they sent in? The Black Watch and the Welsh Guards. Every fucking or the Irish Rifles. Every time. Yeah. They're them, but they're all in the fucking trenches waiting while we go and sort it all out every single bleeding time. Just saying. Prove me wrong. Anyway, they got a lot of domes, so there was definitely which is quite expected actually, Phoenician architecture, but there was definitely a Moorish influence there. I felt, which may be understandable. You know, Prince Andrew, not Prince Andrew. That's another one. Andrew, as in Saint Andrew, is Indra, the Indian god. This is the dragon that plagued the town. And after a certain date, I think it was 1790s, the people of Dundee were forbidden to talk or draw pictures of the dragon that was taunting them. Otherwise, there'd be accused of witchcraft. And you know what happens to the witches, don't you? Yes, they're touched improperly. Anyway, so guess who killed the dragon? The biggest hero in Dundee, no less. Guess what his name was? Go on. Guess what his name was? Martin. Martin, yeah, he's like a superhero in Dundee. He killed the dragon, sorted all of their shit out. Yeah. I should have told everybody in Dundee. Do you know who I am? I've said no. I'm flat of British, I am. So another claim to fame they got is this ship here. Apparently it's the original. It's a steel steamship. It's the Discovery. You know, the one that took Scott of the Antarctic and Shackleton off to Antarctica in the 1902 to 1906 expedition. The later one with the Terra Nova when he died, that was from Cardiff. That was 1911. Around that time. But this earlier one, this is the Discovery. So this is the act. So their big narrative for Dundee when it's near the North Pole is, it probably is Hyperborean in Scotland. I mean it. This went to Antarctica, yeah, to tell us that it's all happening. It's really there. And there it is, the Discovery. I was right next to it, yeah, touched by greatness now, ain't I? I'd much prefer the Millennium Falcon. So Dundee's quite close to the North Pole because it's in the north of Scotland. And what have they got? Penguins. Penguins. Penguins are in the South Pole. So they got the Discovery. They got penguins. So everything is South Pole in the north of fucking Europe. Not a psyop at all. So you don't go and think about what's going on 3 miles sailing north in Hyperborean where there's this big, fuck off, tree trunk, which is Mount Meru. Oh, nice 4 angels, mandala on the floor of a church there. Very nice. So yeah, I went around taking photographs before we got on a train. And I bet adjacent of our cakes, which hit the bed, have you seen this? They got a pub established 1856. Here are the waters of your watering place. Drink and be whole again, beyond confusion. It's a bit presumptuous, isn't it? To be saying like that, you're confused in the first place. Yeah, that's like BLSing you. Anyway, so yeah, it's got Fort Phoenix coming out of the flames there in the old pubberoonie in Nethergate. It's a lot of gates in this city. So yeah, that was my experience, and it's full of mud flooders. You may have seen a round tower, a lot of fine old architecture. So a gentleman come up to us and he said, "See them windows there?" An old Scottish guy. He drew us a picture. He said, "They're not window tax." So, oh really? So I'm thinking, shit, he knows about window tax. Said, yeah. They're too early for window tax, so it can possibly that. So why did they do it then? Symmetry. It's like symmetry. It's like, yeah, it's a symmetry. So it balanced. It's like, okay, I kind of get that, but it would have been probably better symmetry if it had just not had the chimney stack running through 2 windows. Something else is going on. Then, doing research, we found out that actually some of these was prison cells in these blocks. The whole thing turns out, back in the day, Dundee, although it was probably very pleasant, the fishing community, was one great, as all cities are, concentration camp. These tenement blocks are still there in the modern day. They're quite imposing. You see the same thing in Edinburgh. You see the same thing in Glasgow. These great, huge tenement blocks. I was literally staying across the road from one. So carried dress, that's Welsh carried. Not that carried. Wow, that's really weird. Well, it's not really because Gaelic, Welsh and Scottish is similar. So yeah, 2 stories down. Does anybody remember my tour I went on? We went to Bath. We all went to Bath. Similar to Bath, 2 stories down. Tunnels going under the road. You can do tours in Dundee takes you under the tunnel systems underneath the city. Massive tunnel systems. As you get in all of these places, guys, the old world reeked in this place. This is Perth Street, the Giddy Goose. They do have nice naming places. They had one place called the George Orwell. Like, so yeah. So smash and grab is not a thing in your world, okay? Because you haven't got a cat. You've got a horse and cat. So what are these bollards or these steel things doing outside the front door? I wonder of this building. These, a bit more explainable on a frosty morning. These, I can't imagine what they're doing unless they're taking a charge of electricity into the house. Or you can connect your phone to them to get a charge so you can get a wireless signal in the past, which I proposed. And they, in fact, a thing. So whoever made this, I presume, lamp stand, apart from the squiggly bits, it's golden ratio. And they put these squiggly bits in it. And I put the squiggly bits into railings. These are these tenements. They're mad big. Creating a torus field in ancient railings, guys, this must have been some sort of protection, like a Faraday cage, maybe for the building, or even, because this will block, this will fuck with electromagnetics, this definitely would. You know, generating its own charge, it'd be like one of those cloaking devices, or force field is the word I was thinking about. Amazing. Never seen anything like that anywhere else anyway. And the round window to, you know, for the mud flood window, it had a round thing round it, so they didn't have to dig much earth out. Why would they put the window in? Makes zero sense unless it's mud flooded, which it is. So this mid-wind, spelled wind is spelled the old way. W-A-N-D, wind. The George Orwell. He wasn't from there. I think he was from Sussex, but yeah, what a weird name for a pub. Oh, excuse me. And it's an Irish pub as well, because you can see the shamrocks or the clovers. So yeah, these churches were lovely. Let me just squeeze through some of these. I'll get to it. Ooh. So yeah, they do really beautiful fish. If you don't know, Scotland does beautiful fish, like really, really beautiful fish, like straight out of the ocean, out of the North Sea, I guess. Don't know. So yeah, that was my experience. Seeing a lot of the old world still in place. Last time I seen anything so impressive of that, I guess it was Czech Republic, Prague, maybe. Spain. No, Venice. Fucking hell. My short bleeding memory. But yeah, this place did have similarities to Venice. And apparently the architect for one street, very famous architect, based it on Paris and another street on Venice. So yeah, there's the River Tay, and across there's just fields. It's absolutely beautiful beyond belief. The air is so clear. Look at this. Door, window, door, window, door, window. The building is no longer there. A lot of them got demolished, apparently. So yeah. That was my experience, and I would go again because there's so much to see. So, for my American viewers, damn Phoenicians indeed, Jackal, why is it that the 1897 Memphis, Tennessee, you know, long distance information, call it Memphis, Tennessee, Elvis Presley, Memphis Mafia, and apparently they built, yeah, an unbelievable exposition. The Tennessee Centennial, Nashville, Tennessee, 1897. So what is it? Well, it's pyramids and Greco-Romano buildings is what it is. Let's have a look. This is Memphis, for God's sake. It's not what you'd expect, is it? I expect a lot more palm trees. 1897 Nashville. Okay, that looks so un-Nashville-y. So I think, like I've proposed, that these buildings are probably there already. I think. Look at this. Never see smoke coming out of these buildings very often. I wonder why. Agricultural building. Yes, let's just show you how this furnace works. These are not ovens. Go this way. Go this way. Sorry, what? Oh, fucking hell, that's sinister. Lily Lake. Oh, yeah, love Lily Lake. She's so lovely. Flower beds. Oh, love flowers. Love bed. Okay. Wow. Okay. The terminal station, interesting name, is, well, you couldn't call that Spanish, really. I'm more inclined towards the Moors. Looks like that belongs in Algeria or something, which is unusual for Tech Memphis, but not really. Not when you're thinking about, what's going on at the moment. Children's building. Okay, now. Right. Is there any more information than that? Is this the building the children go into? Or is it just called the children's building? It's weird. Machinery hall. One can only wonder. And commerce building. Fucking hell's bells. Look at it. And it's baking hot as well, isn't it? They got umbrellas because of the heat. Because it's in bloody Memphis. Oh, it's in Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Why did I say Memphis? Right. Long distance information calling Nashville. Still, Nashville. Wow. It's got a Greco-Romano temple. It's actually a replica of the Temple of Bacchus. And I bet you that was there already. New arrivals. What's that? Like a stone waterfall. I wonder if I can get in closer to that. Oh, this one's Illinois building. Nashville. Looks exactly like the one you got in Chicago World's Fair. Identical, but before, just after. Wow. I love poppies. Yeah, okay. And that's inside. Foreign exhibit. Can't make out anything in there, though. But it's all secret stuff, man. Electrical stuff. So, yeah, they got a pyramid. Bird's eye view. I wonder if it's from a tower somewhere, maybe. And there they come on their clippity-cloppity horse and cart. It's a nice little image, that, though, isn't it? So, Nashville, yeah, sorry about that. I'm boiling hot. Commerce Building, Tennessee Centennial, there it is. Same thing all over the world. But I find it unusual that they got pyramids there. Okay, some images of the day. We got quite a bit to get through. I'm not sure how long I've been talking. Okay, quite a while. So these pictures I'm going to show you are of fantastic lampposts that they don't have anymore. This is not far from, like, literally 5-minute walk from where I was born. Literally 5 minutes. This is a waterfall, but it's got a drinking fountain in it where you could get a water drink. Now, because you've got to pay for it now because there's all water bottles. Years ago when I was a kid, you get a drink everywhere. There was water things everywhere, but they won't give it away no more. This is the Angel Hotel, Cardiff Castle. Anyway, so they had these big... So all the water must be still under the road, yeah, in the modern day. Why don't they just bring it fucking back? Look at them. They were everywhere in the city. Water and light together. And I bet that was an Antiquitech light. Look at that one. Outside Cardiff Royal Infirmary. Beautiful building, full of Antiquitech. We had electric trams. Electric cable cars, I'm finding out now as well. But look at that for a lamppost. And all the little kids of what would have been Adamstown. But that lamppost. Wow. And again, with the drinking fountain. So you could have a nice little, and I bet that was fresh. Wow, look at all the ivy on front of that building. It's supposed to be Victorian. This is like Victorian, and it's already covered. Much older. Used to be the Plague Hospital. That's why they used to be Cardiff's A&E, but it's not in there anymore. God, the amount of times I've been in there. Jesus. Massive old building. This is Carlisle Street in Spilett and Cardiff. When it's being laid, you can see the roads. After, you know, the houses and the estates, apparently these buildings were there, but the roads were still mud. I mean, they never had no infrastructure. Nice little wheelbarrow with a plant in it. I like that. I used to literally live in that, or stay in that flat there. And here was a hairdresser. And all of this is gone. The canals, I think, were part of the original system. They was a big, you know, covering all them up and making them unusable. It's definitely part of the PSYOP. Canals. So yeah, this is again Cardiff on Mill Road, Mill Lane, but the canals are all in there. And we had horse and carty, but beautiful one, beautiful picture. Nevertheless, we're going to talk about these in a minute. I'm going to finish off with some Illuminati cards. Now, I am in them, but I don't need to show you that. Reformed Church of Satan. And what these cards are is they are from the 1990s, and they predictively program the realm we're in now. And I'm going to show you some examples, but that one just slipped in there. Right. After this, Phoenician vase. Got the dragon. We got a Mercury chained to two creatures, maybe one a dragon. Phoenician blowing winds, dragon and a lion. Mount Meru and a tree stem. And plasma burst directly above it. And the serpent showing you the cycle, the loop. Is that not a tree trunk, guys? Water coming out of Goose's mouth. Celestial spheres. Wow, is this made in jade? The Phoenix. Whew. Holy shit. I think the whole story's in that vase, guys. It is beautiful, Eric, right? But Eric, right? But woof. Oh, Eric, excuse me. Eric the Red. Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Apparently somebody's dead on the floor, maybe. But there are demons interfering. I think it says Lucifer. Maybe in your dreams. Right, let's have a look at this. Ugh. What is it? Interesting alchemy picture in the background of alchemical process as well. Yeah, that's freaky. Lost for words. Don't know why this is a thing. Okay, that is very confusing, but I definitely think the Roman Catholics really like this sort of thing going on. You know, the Hermeticism is definitely underlining all of their weird ass culture. So what were people doing in the past? Having a game of cards for a few quid with the ladies on a pub. Strip jack poker. God, fucking hell. We haven't played that for a long time, have we? 4 dragons. They killed this one. Look, the Sun and the Moon killed it. Pair of bastards. Better not be a Welsh dragon. So it says some witches doing black magic, alchemy. They have a spell book. And they mix really strange things together, like nipple of gazelle and fingernail of a Papua New Guinean. Probably. So yeah, you need a knight's armor to fight fire. I don't know why you would need. And there's a naked woman that tells you to go get in that fire. So yeah, maybe there's a moral here somewhere. She's like, get in there, brave knight. You'll be fine. You got that fucking armor on. He's like, wow, it's so hot. But his feathers went up like woof. So let's have a look at this museum and some of the pieces. Now, I can imagine these being the original thing, you know. And walking in there, I would be like, oh, shit, whose place is this then? Because I think they're all bits of the old proper original bronzes of the Phoenicians. You got a Phoenician in the middle. You got the Bacchus, Centuria. So I bet you they're all world bronzes worth absolute fortune. So another beautiful picture of my old city, long gone. All of this loveliness, everything is not as lovely as it once was. This is interesting. This is in a church in Austria, and they got a, well, it's the Green Man, but in this case, it's Donald Trump. They got a Donald Trump. It's been there for years. Ugh, stuff coming out of his mouth green, like plants, like Robert Plant. So maybe we are plants. Maybe we're organic. Robert Plant. But the Green Man, you know, Bacchus, has definitely got plants growing out of his face and hair. It's got like leaves for hair. Hence the Green Man, sort of suggesting that he's made out of plant stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I really like gold leaf. Done some work laying gold leaf. I was when we were young. Cardiff, Butetown no longer really exists. Grangetown does. Newtown doesn't exist. Tempertown doesn't really exist. And Cockherton, I've never heard of in my life till this week. It's weird, isn't it? It's got to be a Mandela effect. Right, let's have a look at some government or them social engineering program tipping us off using the Illuminati card, shall we? Let's have a little look at some of them, shall we? It is eerie, Eric. It's all really, really eerie. So I'm in these. I am the internet worm. I don't need to bring that up. You've seen it before. So let's have a flick through some of these. Disaster. This is an attack to destroy any place. It does not require any action. So that's the quarantine epidemic card. Got the nasty ass mask and everything else. So that's something we can all identify with, no? We've been there. That's happened. Immortality serum. Now, I've been talking about this quite a lot, haven't I? I think this is definitely what they need, what they want. So I think they got drugs that could prolong life. They suck young blood, so Radiohead say. So I think vampirism could be a thing. But a serum for immortality. It's so it don't work because Madonna looks. It's not the same Madonna, is it? She's dead. No, it's not her. Anyway, I think they're definitely, and they are telling us that they are, which is always a good little tip off. Unmasked. There are secrets. There is a secret cabal, excuse me, that even you of the 12th circle may not know. So there's a secret organization outside of the secret. And they don't unmask. So they say, well, they are showing their cards. It's definitely showing their cards. Well, that's that woman. What's her name? The actress. What's her fucking name? She was in He-Man. She was in He-Man. The clones. So yeah, I at first I thought that I'd been cloned. Knocked me out on a plane coming back from America. Yeah, cloned my ass for a better version. Okay, not wealthier though, I've noticed, but a better version. But now I'm really highly doubting that took place. So there's that. Clone arrangers. So yeah, they literally headhunt you for cloning. It's like, this would make a good clone. Everyone's rubbish at everything, guys. Nobody's even worth cloning. You're going to clone a fucking lad ass? What would be the point? I don't get it. Really hot women. That makes sense. Imposter. Right. Okay. Well, that could be just absolutely anybody in the whole royal family. Yeah. They literally got sovereignty over the people of Britain, meaning they own your ass. Apparently, you're not sovereign in your own chi energy. They own it, apparently, because they said so. So they're literally gangsters that have been chiseling money out of the population and getting away with it for years. Other countries got gangsters that do exactly the same, called cabals. How long is that going to be permitted anyway? It's really stupid. I know they're busted. There's a bunch of people and stuff, isn't they? NASA, oh, right. Well, they do a really good Hollywood movie. Not anymore. They don't do anything anymore. Did they go to the moon? Are they going again? No. Did anyone actually give a shit? Nobody. Do you know what? Nobody on Earth actually gave a shit. Like they did with the first moon landings. Everyone started complaining. How long have we got to watch this moon nonsense? We're missing I Love Lucy. So they put I Love Lucy back on proper order as well. I'm done with I Love Lucy. New World Order, political correctness. Hurty words. Hurty words. I can't say shit. I can't let my mouth run wild or say what I actually think because Acton van Booten. Not allowed. I used an insensitive pronoun or a pronoun. I do that every fucking day, mate. Don't worry too much about that. Got hanged. All right. I ate flesh of dead animals. Oh, fucking hell. I got some jerky over there. I'm in serious shit. Listen. Fucking let them bring it. Fucking hell. They're all wankers. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sig Saucer. Thank you for that, my brother. Guillotines, definitely. So when they had the Nuremberg trials for the Nazis in World War II, they even executed the journalists that were putting out fake propaganda and stuff, which probably wasn't that big at the time. But anyway, the French are big on guillotines and stuff. Yeah, they had the hottest day in records since they begun the other day, 42.5 or something. French fries. It's not funny. Flat earthers. It actually says here, people laugh, but the flat earthers know something. Yeah, no shit, we know something. Eventually, at one day, probably too late, a bit like Van Gogh, everyone will thank us. So, them flat earthers, I see what they did there. Oh, that was nice of them, wasn't it? But yeah, it was. Fucking hell. Spinny balls. Fast food chains. I don't do them myself. I cook like Michelin star quality foods. Right? I don't eat any of their shit, except for a Coca-Cola and a milkshake for flat a day. I live life on the edge, yo. Strawberry milkshake. Terrorist nuke. Well, they haven't got a nuke, but they might have had a fasces or electromagnetic technologies that could have done something like that. Don't hear too much about that in the modern day. There's been some great footage of when all this happened. Are you in the camp of no planes? I think I'm in a no planer myself. Yeah. But I have seen or met people that said they've seen the planes or thought they've seen the planes. I'm a no planer. Hollywood. That looks like Madge, don't it? Yeah. I used to really like Madge back in the day. Don't anymore. Behind the phony tinsel of Hollywood lies the real tinsel, Oscar Levant. The power of Hollywood. The dream weavers. They weave your dreams. And it does. It's look how many fucking films have seriously affected us, guys. The Exorcist. Your mother sucks jelly babies in hell. I ain't been right since The Evil Dead. I ain't. Or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or The Hills of Ice. Have any of us been the same since it? No. Literally fucked my head up. I've been like I'm traumatized is what I'm trying to say. I've been traumatized by the whole thing. Yeah. Bambi. What bastards. Watership Down. They should be like cow pronged on the balls. That is so cruel to do to children. Lassie. Once a week, sitting there, me and my sister, crying our fucking eyes out because they are literally going to kill a dog. But she always comes through because it's Lassie and catches the bad guy, which is never usually that bad. So paranoids. I know I don't get paranoid myself. Who said that? I know that's schizophrenia. I don't get paranoid. I don't think I get paranoid anyway. Rewriting history. That's an interesting one. Anyone alignment of any destroyed group may be radioactively added. Oh, I don't know the rules of it. Let's just scrap that bit. But yeah, they are saying that they rewrote history because they definitely rewrote history. The history of the world. So yeah, that's a good truth to end on. So yeah, Gallica is lost to me. I couldn't even believe it. All of my Gallicas catalogued, I can't use anymore. Some of the best content in the world, Flemish maps, they won't let me access. Sorry, you've been blocked. For accessing Flemish maps should tell you that there was something really fucking juicy in it. I was going to show you as well. Just the best mud flood evidence, guys. Wankers. It's fucking French all over that way. There you go. So, conspiracy music guru's got a do coming on. That's at the end of the year when all of the truthers that have been working so hard for humanity all year go and let their hair down if they have any and strut their funky stuff to the music, the dulcet tones of Alex Michael and the band. So we're going to do that and other stuff. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So that's going on. Last year was crazy. So that's what we're doing. The tickets are available for the main event in this very posh place on the beach show. So if you fancy a bit of Mongo, which is a giant elephant, as you know, Titan elephant, and hang around with the cool guys, the cool gang, come and do it. End the year off. So yeah. But that's a bit of a way. There's a long way to go from here and there because got like next month is the 3rd anniversary of Flat Earth Social. I'll put flyers up for that. I'm going to be talking there next month. That's back down in Bournemouth. And then Good Dog Festival. I'm going to do a presentation there and I'm going to do a workshop. What's the workshop involved, man? It involves health stuff. It's going to be really weird. So hopefully I won't be too wankered for that. So there's the band. Yep. Yippity yip. It's going to be absolutely fab. So just to what was going on. So I noticed this guy here, Anthony Samaroff, I was with him on the weekend, Anthony there. And there's Steve, I was with him on the weekend as well. Rebecca's there. And there's Martin and Julie. So yeah, we all had like a big party. I only did the one day because I just did. But yeah, well, fucking nutty time that was. So yeah, we're doing that. It seems to be a flat earth tradition nowadays is to do groovy things. So there you go. I'm coming back for a minute. So yeah, let me know what you think in comments or email me at martinlitka7@gmail.com and let me know what you think about me doing a flat earth because there's nobody doing anything really, guys. Mag's just put on an event, but that was in Northern Scotland. I mean, everybody knows me. I know everybody. I could get everybody to speak. I could get everyone to come. All we need to do and make it like just I'm not even to make money. It's just like everyone bring food and we share it and do fucking like a big massive bowl of curry or something along those lines. I'm thinking I have to pay for the site, the campsite. The one I go to is like £6 a night, but it's really remote. But that would be the best place because we want to get away of them, you know, and be free, walk in the river, walk in the trees, not have to worry about a goddamn thing. That's what I want for the truthers. It's all good and well in these buildings, in these cities, but I'm not down with all of them at the moment, guys. They're all too volatile. I can't even look at them. It's fucking, they're all Cabbage Patch Kids, man. There's something wrong with them all. I can't do it. So countryside until it all, well, calms down, if it's going to calm down. I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me give a few shouts and lots of love, guys. Thanks for being here today. Love Saturdays. So yeah, we'll be back in a day or so. I've got more to actually publish. Lots more, actually. I just haven't had any time. So I'm going to have a couple of guests on in the near future. I know I don't do interviews as such, but in this case, I'm going to, because some of the stuff that I've come across in the last few weeks is blown my mind. No, I had a quiche yesterday. I did quiche yesterday and Korean coleslaw, believe it or not. Bacon quiche. Don't tell Santos about the bacon bit, right, guys? Don't tell Santos. Amber, oh, go on, then. I'm so happy I came here today. And me. I'm happy that I came here today. I hope everyone has an amazing day. And if you're not crazy, keep searching. I really did, nearly did Steelers Wheel to that song then. Amber, didn't quite fit. We were nearly there, though. I own about 10 different types of Bibles. I thought you were going to say cannabis then. As soon as you said Bibles, I left the building. Oh, really? That's amazing. Orb gazing. Can you see any orbs around me, Eric? Check it out. I get orbs floating around me and stuff. They like a bit of mountain energy, don't you know? Henrique, good to see you, my man. Maybe the In-Betweener Festival or Glunge Fields. I don't know about that, Henrique. I need to do my flat. I need help from the community to get things together. I'll look, but I don't want to like summer to fizzle away and I didn't do anything, because hundreds of people turn up at these events and they're always, it'll be flat earth British inclined. You know what I'm saying? It'll be really good. Music, fun, and mind blows. And awesome people. That's what it was. When we went to same thing, we went to Scotland meetup where Mag's done. All the people were just so fucking lovely and so glad to be out of the house, actually being able to talk to people, because most people can't just see the people at the store or like I said, bus bastards, the odd person walking the dog. But I always talk to the dog and go, oh, lovely dog. I never ask the owner's name. I don't even look at them. I just say, oh, beautiful dog. They go, oh, thank you. What's his name? It's like, oh, Rusty. Oh, Rusty. Like that. And then you're just like, yeah, thanks. Fuck you. Don't even acknowledge him. I think a lot of people actually do that, unless they're really good looking or something. And then you just hang around and talk to them. I so want to go there to these events. Kay, you have to. Let's make it happen, guys. Will it? Build it and they will come. And I don't want any excuses. I mean, everyone got to fly over from America as well. Yeah, you can come and stay in my tent. It's only 4 berth, but I'm sure we'll make room. We'll stand up. All of us will stand up. So silly. Sorry. Violet. Sorry, I'm just laughing at how silly I am. Jackal. We should be closer. Oh, don't worry. We'll make somewhere nice and close. I like Stellium's work on Mongo. It's absolutely awesome. It's very exciting stuff, actually. Oh, the whole subject's really mind-blowing. So, yeah. Did you enjoy that? Meltology today. That's what we've been looking at. And my proposal is that stone circles marked out where old trees are. And possibly started out as wood in the first place, and that the giant mesas that you see the castles built on, even the vitrified ones, are possibly scorched earth policy. It's like these people are really running amok since somebody fucked with the Prime Directive. Yeah, and AI's doing one. It's like, oh yeah, the Prime Directive. Shit, reset them. So there's that. Who let slip with the Prime Directive? Was it you, Martin Leaker? Yeah, no. More Illuminati cards. Oh, I don't think we're allowed to actually say that word on actual internet things anymore. Acton van Booten. Not allowed. D'Angelo, good to see you, my man. I knew a guru was gonna make a loud comeback. I don't know what all that is. Oh, I knew of the guru. Oh, you on about our guru? Oh, yeah, he's all right. Gurus like guru fucking 10 million subscribers, fucking 100 million a fucking year guru, whoever he is in India. Guru gotta be at sex cult. What's his name? Fucking him. Anyway. They'll usually do, don't they? Like Osho, he went all weird, built a town and fucking started getting up pervy. Basil Brush, Sapphire and Steel. Okay, so I'm mentally deranged from when they swapped Basil Brush. One day there's Basil Brush, my favorite program. Next day there's a complete fucking stranger talking shit and lost all of his cool. I was very upset. It was worse than when they introduced Scrappy Doo to Scooby-Doo. Killed it stone dead. Sapphire and Steel has Joanna Cumley in it, which I'm a great fan of, actually. Joanna Cumley, Purdy. Good Acid, Undress, not Undress, Under Stress. Creates some scary shit. No, it don't. It's all subjective. No, it don't. Well, maybe it does for you, Dallas. That doesn't affect me anyway. That's preposterous, Martin. It is, Jackie. It's a bag of balls, love. Monkey Bone, Monkey Bronzes. Okay, from Sunbeam. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and see more mind blowns in the future. And Marticus will be back in a day or two. And keep an eye on my community page as well. I'm doing stuff. I've got loads going on. It's like Flat with Britishness. Weasel, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I am Carios is in the house. Well, that would be the devil deceiving the world. But not Christ, though. 1984 match? Sure, in it, bro. You know, thanks for being here, my brother. The earth vibrates, you can feel it if you pay close attention. Oh, yeah. I hear that buzzing. It drives me bleeding nuts, actually. Oh, you sound like you're a bit wow there, King, whatever your name is. This is the and then it's the it's not one of those channels, mate. There's thousands of auditing channels. You can go wow on. Fucking read the field. Vibes. If I had fucks, I would give them. Okay, where are my fucks? Oh, there they are. This is an altruistic channel. I practice altruism, which means you do you boo, and I'm passing through, and I'm going to lead this place better than when I found it, because I'm learning how to be a good humanitarian, better than I was, is what I'm learning. Be better, kinda. I'm pretty sure that the royal family are on Disneyland, right? Tripping. They get the good stuff, man. They wouldn't even come up. Imagine being in Charles, fucking. It's like, oh, you gotta go to Nottingham today. Charles would be like, oh, they fucking hate me there. They're gonna be calling me nonsense shit. So have a bit of this drugs. You'd be like having a little doctor's bag. Like, fuck yeah, let's go to Nottingham. Online banking is poo lately, but sick. They closed my bank like last week, so I haven't got an actual bank now to physically go into, which is a bit of a shame. But I got the banking app. They made me do it. I don't like it either. They keep an eye on everything, spying on your expenditure and shit. Oh, it's horrible. Good movie, The Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2's on YouTube. Don't watch it, though. Ashley, 5 of clubs, 6 of spades. It's really bad. Don't show it to deranged children. It's a very bad film. Which one is she? Which witch is which? I never know anymore, mate. Surrounded by a... No offense to my witches. So, I vote no planes. No planes in me. Ooh, Joe. Hi, Joe. Ooh. Which witch is which? So, yeah, I'm sweating like conkers in here, guys. I'm going to be going now. So make sure to 359 of you. Have I got any likes? It's not a lot to ask, is it? Like me. I'm going to sound like Elizabeth Sparkle. So big hugs and kisses to Joe. I'm going to go and do some food. Possibly some dead animal. Algorithmic adjustments to maintain the constant altitude relative to the curved surface, says Squirrel Sniper. Yeah. It's that, isn't it, Squirrel? I know. It's fucking weird. Perfectly Imperfect says Wichita. 4 witches, Salem 2. Okay, sorry, I'm talking stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. Our president doesn't even... You haven't even got a president. Fucking hell. You've got an actor. Works for the Arabs. Don't know what else you got. Fucking hell. Virginia, it's yes. Yes, indeed, it's flat. Woohoo. Right, I'm going to give you a wiggly flat thumbs because I'm literally sweating. That's sweat. That's how hard I work. Wiggly flat thumbs. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the images today. I've enjoyed looking into meltology. We'll dig deeper in the future. And plasma reset, as I do like to talk about, because I definitely think that is definitely real. All of it. At this stage of the game. I do not think it's a hypothesis. I think it's real, yo. It's really real. So thank you, Bichet. It's very, very kind of you. So yeah, the temperature was like 95 degrees 2 nights ago, and now it's down to about 80 in here, the evening temperature. We don't have ACs in Britain. I got a fan over there from the bought it in OnlyFans. It's from the Ark, my fan. It's made of wood. Thank you, Millicent. We love you. Hope you come to Spain to visit us all when we're all there. The whole gang when we're doing our Spanish thing. Just call me Liberty. Thank you very much. I will. Liberty. Oh, thanks, Jack. Big hugs. That's my mate Jackie, Linda. Hugs to Virginia and Linda and Internal Visions, who's Phoenix 138 in me. Big hug to you, lady. Ugh. Keep cool and groovy. And if you're not a lady, I do apologize. What's this? I have a fan that I got loads of fans. I have, hippie. I have a fan that sits around your neck. It's brilliant. Oh, I know that. I had one of them years ago. Don't get your hair caught in them, though, hippie. Fucking no. Your head's like that. It's not good. It's not a good look. Oh, Nora, yeah. Love you, Nora. I got a message to you. So, yeah, bought an OnlyFans. For day 4 for quitting smoking. What? Fucking hell. That must be horrible. You must be really desperate for a smoke about now then, Sunbeamer. Oh, you must be missing that. Oh, that lovely hit in the lungs. You know what I mean? Sorry. I know you're thinking that's my own fault. And it is. Yeah, don't miss Spain. Don't miss Spain. Okay. And thanks for that. Was a mind-blowing, really brilliant presentation. I can't wait to see it again. Best one so far. Okay, so yeah, Scotland was glorious. Thank you, everybody in Scotland. Much love to you all. You were absolutely fantastic. Hope to see you all again soon. And thank you for everybody being here today on this awesome Saturday. Big crowd in. All buzzing on the right vibration. Yeah, showing them how it's done. Because YouTube, it's not the happiest place in the world, is it? They're all a bit like, wow, 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 aren't they? Should we call them a wambulant? Betty Watts. Good to see you, lovely. Yeah. I tell you what, it looks like the bottom of America actually wiped away with a big knife, just scraped down to the sea over Texas because everything's just so flat and non-featured. Really weird, that bit. Anyway, I quit smoking in 2022. Couldn't afford. Oh no, I want to read this. And poison tobacco. Well, yeah, so I can't afford it either. That's that like Pablo or American Spirit, and they do the mild American Spirit is what I'd have. In Spain, it costs like £6, but in Britain, if you don't have like shitty Mayfair, you ain't smoking. So there's that, and it is proper expensive. Yeah, I'll give you that. Weed is cheaper. Maybe that's the psyop, but they want everyone sucking on vapes, bro. So that's why they put the thing up. But it's sacred, and it's really good for other people's health when I smoke. I've noticed. Big hugs to you, Virginia. YouTube is run by reptoids these days. They had a bunch of toss pods made that not even playing anymore. We're just going to shine through it. It'd be like it's just like a black cloud passing through, and we're like massive sunbeams of crepuscular rays zapping that shitty black cloud. Thank you, Lorna, Nostadaki, Carried, and anyone else who's been here tonight. Thank you for being here. Debs, good to see you. Fat thumbs. And Ariel, a dark star. They're too busy playing Jumanji. Oh, that's what they call it now, is it? Murder in the Dark. Sig, I'll name that tune in one. They don't do a wiggly flat thumbs emoji. They don't do anything good. The last flag on there's Welsh. It's like it was so unimportant or anything. What's that? Getting poison at Pablo. I know. Can't even afford it. It's like 20 or it's 20, like nearly 30 quid in Tesco's. That's why I want to go to Spain and pick up some fucking tobacco. Be cheaper. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, it's needed for my sanity, actually. Well, everyone else is drugged up to shit where I live. I'm doing bloody brilliant. Love to you all, and they're all alcos everywhere. Paid nearly $100 for organic tobacco that cost €7 in Spain. Oh shit! That's my point exactly. What a skank, really? Fucking hell, man. €7. They're taking it. They are literally extracting the urine, aren't they? Fucking hell. Yeah, so in COVID, like a lot of people put a nicotine patch on. It was a good little hack, that nicotine patch. My arm actually drops off and feels numb when I put one on. But I do like a nicotine patch. I got the Rapé. I love the Rapé, man. That's where I'm at. Take it on a train. Oh, hi, Marianne. Good to see you, lovely. Have you been there all along? I'm sorry I missed you. Big loves. And I'll be down in Bournemouth next month. It's the 3rd anniversary of the Flat Earth social. I don't know who else is going, but I'm going to be presenting. You'll be able to see them pictures that I'm in Scotland doing. There you go. USA. So we all happy little bunnies? Do we start out the show groovy? Are you feeling groovier now by the climax? I mean, by that, I mean the end. Yeah? All right, then. Good. Subscribe then or something. I grew backy. Yeah, my mate did up north. And it's great to grow backy. You got to look, they're really funny about it, though, worse than ganja. And the curing process is technical, man. You got to do it properly with tobacco. You can't just dry it out a couple of days. I tried. It's nasty. You got to cure it. But yeah, love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to have an off-grid, like flat Earth British civilization. Nice 3.5 acres, paddock, place to grow food, something like that. Get some friends over. Each person can do them boo. Won't be any fucking communist dictatorship. We'll be escaping that. Coffee beans. Oh, I'd love to grow coffee or have nice coffee. Grow your own everything, mate. I haven't got a garden. I used to. Vape shops. I'm not into vapes, D'Angelo. I did have a good vape brought back from America. I that lasted months. That was a good vape, that was. But I'm not really interested in vapes. It's got DMT in them. But otherwise, they're rubbish. They're very dangerous. You see the teenagers, they're all like this. It's like the strength of 10 fucking fags, nicotine in them or something, guys. It's super duper dangerous. And they're all having these pouches as well. They stick up in their gun. I heard they're as addictive as heroin. And I heard they're a smart drug as well, like a properly addictive smart drug. So it's super bad, all that stuff, guys. It really is. Food shit, and that's what they're into these days, the youth. It's terrible. And that gas they're all on, laughing gas, that ain't good. Wasn't good the first time around, ain't good the second. Red Man chewing tobacco is called American Beast now. All right. Well, I brought some rabbit back from Texas. I still got like 3/4 of a tub of it. It's really nice. It's good for stress relief. It's not so good for the sinuses, though. Can you grow in a greenhouse or a tent? Yes, yes, and yes. They're awesome for it. Vape shops is cheap tobacco. I seen a website on Facebook that you can buy like import stuff, but I'm not sure you can trust anything on these Facebook ads anymore. Okay, morning, guys. Well, I'm gone. I got to get out of here. I'm sweating conkers. I'm 333 watching, 335. So make sure you like this video. I hope you did enjoy it. We looked into meltology today, guys. Okay, we had a deep dive into that, and I have hypothesized a few things by the help of Mike, who's Stellium7, who's in the chat now. That was the inspiration for this video. Big shout out, David. Big shout out, Water the Tree. Oh, coincidentally. Big shout out to Ariel Dexter. Indian packs of cigs are expensive too. Oh, I love a good cig. I love a Fortuna. Get them in Spain. Oh, they're my favorite. Nice, yummy. Oh, I like a Marlboro, a yummy Marlboro. Thank you, Kay. Love you too. Love you all very much. I will be back very soon. That's been me, and that's been Flat Today. It's good to be back. It's good to be epic. See you soon.